COVID cases are on the rise, yet there's been a return to normal. But what if it makes you uncomfortable going into the actual workplace during the sixth wave? What are your rights? We get some insight.
I feel like nervous just because now we just don't know anymore.
This woman works at Toronto Pearson International Airport. While she's anxious about the sixth wave, she's thankful her workplace allows her to work from home.
We are customer based, like customer service based, so we are supposed to be kind of in the, but they're very accommodating. If we feel sick or we're not comfortable with something, they've been very, very accommodative.
People have been working from home throughout the pandemic. A Business Development of Canada survey found 55% of employees would like to continue to work from home even when the pandemic is over. And while the province is functioning very much like it was pre-pandemic, COVID case numbers suggest the pandemic is very much ongoing. If somebody doesn't feel comfortable being at work right now, do they have any rights to work from home?
Well, the short answer is no. If your employer asks you to go into the office and you were working from the office prior to the pandemic, and you say, no, I'm not going back into the office, that could be considered abandonment of employment.
Employment lawyer John Pincus says there are some very special cases.
Unless you have some kind of accommodation need, for example, if your doctor says, no, it's actually not safe for this person to be working around others, that's a different story. But in the absence of something like that, if it's just an anxiety you have, unless your doctor will substantiate a need for you to be accommodated, you're going to have to follow your employer's directive.
For the most part, Pincus says he has found employers seem to be okay with a hybrid arrangement, but a flexible workplace isn't always possible, especially for those who work in restaurants and entertainment spaces. And even though the province isn't requiring safety protocols in many places, some businesses are continuing the practice. Not a perfect solution, but helpful to this woman who works at a pub.
We have to fully wear our masks, wash our hands every so often, make sure all the sanitization spots are full. We do have people who come in with no regard for others, so it is a little, it's iffy sometimes depending on the day and the people.
This woman is going into her workplace for the first time tomorrow. It's been over 2 years since she was hired. While the hybrid model is available, she wants actual face time.
I can completely understand people being anxious about going back into the office, but at the same time, working from home is very isolating, so having the option to be back into the swing of things is great.
During the pandemic, some people chose to move out of the city into small towns or cottages, hoping to continue to work either part-time or full-time from home. But it really depends on what their employer will allow. For City News, I'm Maleeha Sheikh.